Mike Paralack here to entertain you with the help of Paul Paralack, my father. We just got done watching a movie. What was it called?
Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah, I wanted to do a little reflection video on it while we're still fresh in our minds. The movie opens with Ringo and his aunt walking down the street arguing.
Yeah, about that Ringo paid the tickets to go on the Magical Mystery Tour.
Okay.
But she said, but I gave you
But it was
the
her.
money.
But it was her money. That sounds like an argument that you would have with your mother growing up.
No, it's my money.
Anyways, then there's this weird drill sergeant scene, which I think might have been the inspiration for that SNL sketch with Chris Katett doing that unintelligible drill sergeant. I think there was a lawyer one. Anywho. And then there's a undesignated race scene between the Magical Mystery Bus. All of a sudden they're racing around a circle. And it ends with Ringo jumping out of the bus. This movie was really nonsensical, folks. Then all of a sudden, the tour guy tells all the people to look to the left, and that everything on the left of the bus is all boring. But apparently if you look to the right, the act of looking to the right makes you high. It's all psychedelic. And that's when you said the track Flying.
Yeah.
From the album. See, I haven't heard the album since I was a kid, so I was going by memory. And then all of a sudden, the little beetle wizard people,
Midget.
the little wizard beetle people were going around saying, "Where's the bus? Where's the bus?" Which I thought might have been a precursor to the whole "Where's the beef?" the 1980s. That old lady, "Where's the beef?"
For Wendy's commercial.
And at that point in the story, Ringo's widow aunt finds love with the courier, a guy named Buster Bloodvessel. And then, of course, one of the signature songs from the album, The Walrus. And I couldn't really make notes, so while that part of the thing was playing, because he kept telling me, watch this, because apparently he was very fascinated with all the faces that John Lennon was making. Apparently, he doesn't know how to do this. So the boy was fascinated. What can I say? But in reality though, it is Paul who is the actual walrus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but how come nobody's ever answered the question, who is the Eggman? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. All right, next thing you know, we're back on the bus where John is blowing up a balloon for a kid, and George is letting the air out with the, how you do when you're a kid. When you apparently the Beatles do everything first, and then Ringo attacks his aunt right there on the bus. And then the movie skews off into this dream sequence about the ant and food, which I just thought was gross. I remember the picture from the album when we were kids with John shoveling spaghetti to this woman, but seeing it on film, it didn't even look like spaghetti to me. It was just gross. Oh. So at that point in the film, back to reality, where all the people who were on the bus are now entering a tent that apparently is bigger on the inside than on the outside. Well, they all sit down while they're in this tent now, and they all sit down to watch a video on the screen of George singing "Blue Jay Way," a song which I did remember while we were watching it. I do remember hearing on the album when you played it when we were kids, and I think I pinpointed why I grew up to like New Age music, stuff like Enya, etc., etc. And at the end of the video, everybody's excited and clapping. Yay! Yeah, that was even more amazing than how the hell we all got in this tent. And at that point, it's back to the little wizard beetle people fruitcakes. They act like fruitcakes from my perspective. And they're trying to figure out what's next, I guess. So apparently then it's back to the bus, back on the bus, where everybody's getting drunk and singing, "When Irish eyes are smiling." Oh. And at that point, we don't know where the heck the women go, but apparently the men all go to a strip club. And one of the featured performances at this strip club is a blonde Elvis with a mustache. This thing was something else, folks. So the very end of this 53-minute music video, I hesitate to call it a movie. They're singing the signature song, "Your Mother Should Know," which I did recall because they made that into a music video for that song years later. Oh, God. At that point, we can only assume that Ringo's aunt and the carrier guy, Buster Blood Vessel, live happily ever after. That was your film reflection. Beatles, magical mystery tour. A lot of it was speculation, but you know, we didn't have a lot to go on. That's all I got. You want to add anything?
No.
Mike Perlak.
But Mr.
Yes, I know. The carrier, Buster Blood Vessel, reminded him of a neighbor and his wife.
Jesse are a neighbor of my mother and father's, his grandma and grandpa in North Lake that we call North Lake, Liverpool. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Across the street from the creek.
Wonderful. Mike Perlak, thank you for your time.